Hello, everyone. Welcome to another PlayStation 5 gameplay preview. This time on probably the most impressive PlayStation 5 game I've played, the one that comes with the console. Here to chat about Astro's Playroom with me, Matthew Figueroa.
Matthew Figueroa. I'm just amazed that you've said this is the showcase piece for the PlayStation 5, because I can tell you, I don't think anyone expected that.
Yeah,
thing,
I mean,
you know?
pack-in games. We were chatting about it on our podcast every Monday, podcasting platforms around the globe, how pack-in games can be either like hit or miss. Like you look at the Wii and you've got Wii Sports. You look at the PS4 and you have nothing because there was no pack-in. You look at the Nintendo Switch and you look at One 2 Switch, which should have been a pack-in. But, you know, essentially, I feel like from a pack-in you want something that shows you why you've bought this console that you just bought, you know what I mean? And Astro's Playroom does that and then goes well beyond the Call of Duty, I find. So it really showcases the intricacies of the DualSense controller. It themes its levels around like highlighted features on the PS5. So like you'll have a level about the GPU, a level about the SSD, stuff like that. So it turns its like back of the box marketing features into like playable levels, which I think is really cool. But then where it really goes above and beyond is it also acts as a nostalgic reminder of the first 4 generations of PlayStation, you know, and all of its portable platforms. So it's like, hey, you just bought a PS5, but remember all the warm and fuzzy feelings that PlayStation has given you over the past like 2 decades and change. And that's where I find it succeeds the most. It really is just, I've had so much fun reminiscing about, you know, the memories I've had with PlayStation over the years while playing Astro's Playroom, which is a really good platform in its own right as well. So
yeah, I'm just watching the gameplay now. I mean, I've actually not watched any gameplay of this particular
and I
title.
advise if you've bought a PlayStation 5 and haven't played Astro's yet, like, do not watch beyond like right now, because I think it's full of surprises. I'm very sorry, Matthew.
I know, it's
exposing
fine,
you just a little bit, but like so many parts of this game are great because I didn't expect them to be there.
I mean, this is one level, right?
This is actually just the hub world. This isn't a level. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just enjoying the action happening in the hub world. This is awesome.
Oh, I screwed up there.
Oh no, you screwed up that jump.
So yeah,
I did spot the PlayStation 1. There it is on the left there.
This is basically just the hub world, and I mean, it's difficult to show off in video, but you can kind of tell from the audio that every little surface that I walk on, when it's different, produces a different sound. So on the DualSense controller, it also produces a different vibration. So the controller vibrates with each footstep, but the vibration changes according to what material I'm on. And along with that, it plays a little noise from the controller that helps drive home that feeling. I'm just going to pause what I'm saying to show you how quick each level loads here.
I'm ready. GPU jungle.
There we go.
Nice, man.
It's crazy.
Oh
it never, yeah. So basically, you know, the vibration along with that sound, it really gives me the feeling that, hey, I'm walking on wood, I'm walking on glass, I'm walking on metal. And it's really friggin' impressive. It's like one of the first things you notice when you boot up the game. So this is a level completely centered around the PlayStation 5's GPU, along with a really great theme song about a GPU in the background, which I just love. Like, I've listened to the lyrics, and whoever wrote this song, I want to hug them because it's just amazing.
No, go for it.
Oh, yeah. So basically, I wanted to say that each level has these little vignettes that show off like pieces of PlayStation history. So there you would see like that was Monster Hunter, everyone playing their PSP. I think there's one around here. Yeah. There's Crash Bandicoot, obviously.
Oh,
and it's weird.
I love that there's a camera
It's basically just
person.
the little astrobots like recreating these scenes and being recorded, which is awesome. So that's kind of like part of the structure of the game. Each level is segmented into 4 areas, as you can see there.
Okay.
And yeah, each of them has like 4 puzzle pieces to find and like in-game models of PlayStation hardware. So like your PlayStation camera or something. Yeah, there's little Aloy hunting an astrobot bunny, which is really rude. And there's so many of them. Like I thought there would be like repetitions, but there's so many. I don't know what this one is. I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
But there's so many deep cuts. Like there's one coming up now that I did not expect to see. So here, the mechanic is like blow on the controller, which is
of course
gimmicky shit. I don't expect many games to use that, but let's see if you.
Is this
you can tell
medieval?
this one.
Surely this is medieval. No, is that Castlevania?
Yeah, it's it's Alucard just
That's
doing his
awesome.
hair and going back to bed.
I suppose that's a Symphony of the Night reference.
Exactly, yeah.
I
So
mean-
it's not just PS3 and PS4. It's like really going back in time in some cases. And there was even one reference where I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know what this is. And then I played Demon Souls. I was like, oh, it's Demon Souls.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, I suppose Demon Souls was a PS3
Exclusive, yeah.
hit back in the day, yeah.
So
So
you can,
but I mean,
yeah.
no, so just quickly, even like mechanics and music and everything inside the gameplay and the visually, the game looks awesome.
Yeah,
like, I
it
love
is beautiful.
How vibrant everything is. You can see there's lots of little details. Like you ran past earlier, there's like a bush that are little squares coming out of it.
little
Coming out
square.
of like
You'll
the
have
button.
flowers with little triangles.
Yeah.
It's also, I mean, it's running at 60 frames per second, whatever, but it's like fidelity-wise, it just looks awesome. It's, like you said, full of color. It runs really smoothly. And I think the platforming is just kind of fun. Like, you've got a single jump in this, like, hover when you're doing your little laser feet thing.
Yeah.
You see, these are
Got
CDs.
some
So
discs now.
it, like, incorporates hardware into the design in a neat way. The little ropes here are like your PlayStation 1 controller ports.
Yeah. It's so clever.
I just really like it. I really like how they've contextualized everything in a, it doesn't feel like tacky and stupid. It feels kind of, revered in a way. They are respecting the history of PlayStation by making this, homage to it in every way.
No, oh, that's a lovely little Bloodborne reference there. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Which is funny because it's like a kid's game and it's like, who
Yeah,
the fuck
who the hell is that?
letting their kid playing Bloodborne? Yeah.
I'm actually, I know you mentioned it like a few minutes ago, but I'm actually just as shocked as you are that there are that many little references in this one area.
They are so,
Shit,
they
that's awesome.
threw out, and if you don't take the time to explore a level, you miss a lot of them. I feel like this game is, in a way, sort of one of those which is like wide linear. It's like there's definitely a path to follow, but there's so much to find off that beaten path that I actually take some time in this video to go through this level, but I've gone back to every level at least 2 or 3 times to look for more stuff.
Who's that? Is that, what is
The
on
Last
the
of
head?
Us. Last
Who?
of Us. It's all the
It's
little
The Last of
mushrooms.
Us. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's quite a cute one because it's like mushrooms on the little,
Oh, wow.
and it's like Ellie and Joel
That's
around the
awesome.
corner. So yeah, there's so much to find, and there's some actually like, I wouldn't say intricate puzzles, but there's some deviously hidden away secrets here. I've often got to the end of levels and like I haven't found like one collectible. I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? And then you find all these little sneaky pathways and
Everything
loads of
comes to light.
rewards with them.
So just quickly on these things that you pull out, the cables, I mean, that's a I suppose, a good example of how the DualSense is used in this game. I suppose you feel the tension as you...
Yes, yeah.
Holding?
So
Okay.
you're holding square to kind of like hold onto the little cables, and then you're pulling back, and the vibration is like giving you the feedback of the resistance that the cable is pulling. This game definitely dials up all the DualSense features up to like 11, but I also feel like there's been instances of this game using certain features like resistive triggers. You'll see later in this level I get like a bow, and I feel like that resistive trigger implementation is better than the one in Call of Duty for its guns. Like I feel like it gets the feeling across better than Call of Duty, even though it is so intense, you know what I mean? So I think this is also in a way something that PS5 developers can look at and go, okay, we want to make our gun, or we want to make our mechanic feel sort of like this. This is a good starting point. This is what it should feel like, or can feel like. So I think it's a resource in that. I don't know what sort of resources developers have with regards to the DualSense SDK, but I'd imagine this is a good like point of reference.
It's a good, yeah, like I suppose a blueprint or little inspiration pack.
At least I'd
Sorry.
hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, just to go back for like 5 seconds, you hit I suppose, rocks off that wall, and it had a whole like poem or
it's
wall of text.
the lyrics to the song. Which is amazing, yeah.
I was like, what is the deeper meaning here? Explain to
Oh, so there you see that there's like a zip that goes up when I put on that suit. You actually use the touchpad, and you can feel like the individual notches of the zip on the DualSense. It's really great.
That's
so
cool.
each level has this like secondary like mechanic to it. The first level was like you were in a suit with like a spring base. Here, you're this like monkey robot. And basically, I'm rotating the controller to move my left and right hands, and then I'm using the L2 and R2 triggers to grab and let go of the pieces on the wall. And there's definitely a resistance to the action. There's a point where you can't press down fully on the trigger to hold on to a point because it will break the point. So you have to lightly hold on some of them, and and these like pink ones here, you press on them, and the trigger like goes away from you because it breaks.
It breaks.
So,
Shit, that's really cool.
And when you're holding onto this thing, it feels like a zip going on a rail. Yeah, it's like it's really good.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And
so I'm excited to try the actual controller because I haven't held one yet.
You see, it's very difficult to like convey. Like I can tell you what to expect to feel, but until you feel it, you won't understand how great, how accurately the feeling is conveyed. I think I said on the podcast that this is what I wished HD Rumble on the Switch would be.
Yeah, they got this right.
Yeah, this feels right. And I'm sure it will be refined in the future as people get better and better with it. Oh, here I was trying to get a trophy. There's a trophy for falling down a certain amount and grabbing onto these poles, and I couldn't trigger it. I don't know why.
You're gonna get the platinum on this game.
I want to. There's some really cool trophies to hunt, and because this is a launch game, it uses the PlayStation 5 features quite well, where you can like hit a specific trophy and it will take you to that point in the game. You know what I mean?
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, I thought I could drop down to the bottom one, and it was like, no, you can't do that. Yeah.
This looks awesome. I think, just from my initial, just watching this, what is it, like 10 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever. I can't wait to play this. It looks really cool.
It's really good. I think you'd be doing yourself, a disservice by looking at this, and seeing, man, it's just a pack-in game. I'm not going to, give it too much time. Like, you start playing this for an hour and then you don't want to stop. Like, I wasn't just like, oh, okay, I'm going to play this while Demon Souls is loading. I played like a whole evening of this, and I was like so happy.
Well, on that, I know it's not the longest game, but how long do you think it'll take? Like, what is the average playthrough?
I think it depends on, how much you want to get out of it. Like, the levels themselves are, I'd say, about half an hour to 45 minutes each if you're just like going from A to B. But like I said, I've replayed all the levels at least 2 or 3 times. All the levels I've played at least. Yeah. And so far I've played like 3-4 hours, and I expect to play another maybe 2 or 3. So you could easily get like 4 to 6 hours out of this, and it's it's free on the console.
So it's a good pack-in title.
Yeah, it's a great game to play and come away from and be like, yeah, PlayStation was cool. Here's to a new generation type of thing. It definitely feels like a celebration in every respect. And they really knocked it out the park. They didn't go half-assed in it at all. It feels like Astrobot Rescue. What was it? Astrobot Rescue, the PSVR game where these characters first appeared. Jeff has consistently told me if he didn't know better, it would have been a game he thought Nintendo designed, because it was just so well designed from a platforming perspective and making use of PlayStation VR's unique features.
Yeah. What the heck is that on the left? What is that referencing, if anything?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, is it Shadow of the Colossus? Yeah, I've not played that game.
Have you not? I thought you had played it already.
No, I've got it. I just have not played it.
That's another Blue Point special. I just love this GPU just singing in the background the whole time. I love this music so much. It's definitely my favorite track on the game. Yeah,
it's the best new gen song.
Move over Bugsnax. This is the real banger of the PS5.
Oh, on that, Bugsnax is a PS Plus game this month. We've got to
Yeah,
grab
I've
that as
downloaded.
well.
I actually haven't booted it up yet because just been so busy with everything else. But there's Jack and Daxter,
Yeah,
which I really
another
like.
game I haven't played, but I do recognize the ears.
So good, so good. This
Yo, that
game
thing is
can
moving
get a bit
fast.
challenging. I won't lie. The first time I was playing through it, you die instantly on one hit. You don't have like
Yeah.
a life bar or whatever. So I have found instances where I'm like, man, this enemy is just killing me. But I don't think it's a like a Crash Bandicoot 4 situation where it's like, this is a game that is specifically designed for the people who used to play Crash Bandicoot as a kid and have like skilled up now. I do think you see I died there.
There you go.
Astro's Playroom here definitely is easy.
Oh my word. The load times though.
It's
that's
so
just yeah.
It's
You know,
just
it
so
actually
quick.
it's funny. It reminds me of Celeste. One of the most appealing things about that game is that you do die a lot, but the fact that you respawn instantly, you don't even realize, and you know that's what makes it almost addictive because you can just keep trying again and again. It's really exciting to think that games in future are going to be like
All games now are
that.
like that
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So each
Oh,
level
nice.
has, well, most levels have like a sort of weapon that you can find. This one you've got a bow, and it's my favorite because
That's so
it's
cool.
delivering on the promise of, you know, what the DualSense was marketed as. It's like you can feel the resistance in the trigger, so it feels great. Like I absolutely love it, and on top of it, they're using a combination of analog and gyro aiming, which I think, you know, people don't like motion aiming, but when they're used in combination correctly,
just to fine tune
the amount of
like your aim,
accuracy you gain without even realizing it, because naturally your hand is moving to make that fine adjustment that a thumbstick can't do. So you're better without even realizing it. It's like here, you can see I'm just like popping off these shots like no problem.
It's you're hitting them perfectly.
And you know, there's definitely aim assist because it's a console, but man, I know Doom does it on Nintendo Switch. It has gyro aiming with normal aiming, and I hope that more games use it because it is such an underrated feature.
Put the option for both, you know?
Yeah.
Just for those fine-tuned shots.
I mean, what game would this be without a little boss fight?
That's so cool. I think, it's just, like you've said, it surprised you in a lot of ways. I mean, I would not have expected this level of gameplay at all from like a launch title. Well, not a launch title, a pack-in title.
Yeah, I was just
even
expecting a pretty routine like platformer or whatever, but man, it's just consistently surprised me.
No, well, I honestly thought it would be like, cool, here's a pack-in title. We're going to show you what the DualSense can do. Here's like some mini games that use it. But I suppose this is that. It's a collection of like extended mini games, but it's like, overlaid on top of an actual platform, an actual game here with boss fights and a whole lot of other goodness.
I mean, I compare it to the demo disc that came with PlayStation VR. Like, the demo disc on PSVR had this great like narrative adventure in what was it called? London Heist or something like that. But that was like a 30-minute demo, just like, hey, this is what a on the rails shooter could be on PSVR. And then it had a thing like, oh, this is what a shark cage diving experience could be in VR. It was very enclosed,
specific,
enclosed like demos. They didn't feel like a cohesive game. Here's Jin just beating Heihachi, and then I give Heihachi some backup. You know,
They even have the hit effect. That
I know
red thing.
everything
so cool.
is just so. There's so much love put into this. You can tell. Like you said, they've got the correct hit particle effect for Jin on his uppercut. Like, come on, it almost feels unfair that this is free, like legitimately. So we got another monkey level now, and you can see it gets like more complex. Like it's definitely not like
nice swinging.
Oh, just do the same thing you've been doing. It really is building on what's come before it, but also there's so many mechanics in this game. They use the controller in so many amazing ways. It really just blows my mind.
So I just saw the tutorial there. You actually were moving the controller like in that circular motion to swing here?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I didn't realize that. I thought you were maybe just like holding the analog stick or something.
No, I'm using
so
I'm using that to swing, and also I'm using motion control to go left and right. So to get, it's not just like automatically putting me towards the bars I need to grab on.
So how are your arms feeling today? You got a bit of a workout there.
Yeah.
From all the way.
This was weird because
Oh, no.
I don't remember encountering this enemy the first time I played this level. So I was like, oh, that's weird.
Like, what's
So I just
going
went
on?
again. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna climb
so it's
quickly.
obviously I'd
This
force
guy's like, nah. I was like, what the hell? And then I remembered the first time I played, I went downwards because I wanted to see what these yellow ones
okay,
were.
so yeah, he passed, and then
he
that's
passed. So I
funny.
actually didn't even see him the first time around. So I was just like super
That is so
confused. I was
funny.
like, what is good? Am I bad at this
Some
game again?
patience. Again. What? He's like, I mean, this level's actually pretty long. And look, I know we haven't been talking about it for too long, but given that you've almost been like mainlining through, you're not really taking the time to sit and explore. It's been pretty long.
Yeah, and I mean, I know where everything is, and you know, I know how the mechanics work. So, I mean, this level took me about half an hour to finish, knowing all of that. So, definitely between 45 minutes to an hour, each level ends up being that much. And then, like I said, I didn't find everything on my first time round. So, because it does segment you, it does lock you out. If you start, like say that first stage where we went into this monkey suit, I can't go back to the previous stage.
Yeah.
I can pause and load into it, but I can't like walk back there.
Yeah. There we go. So is that the end of the level now?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no, never mind.
every level ends with like a sort of homage to one of the PlayStation consoles. So this is the PS4. Let me tell you, when you play the level where you see all the memory blocks from the PS2, it's
What
great.
a journey reference. That's so good.
I was focusing. Oh, I knocked my mic. I was focusing on this because I didn't see this the first time round. I just saw that now,
wow.
and I was like, "Wait, how did I miss this?" It's great. So then I was like, I just walked around this area a bit more because I was like, "Oh, there's actually more to explore here."
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So like I said, there's just so much happening in every level.
That's awesome. So
Yeah, it's
is
great.
this where the level ends though, I suppose?
Yes, this is essentially where the level ends, and I just want to show you one more thing in the hub world, which I alluded to in a previous video.
Oh boy.
Oh, so yeah, I didn't know I could get the bow here either. So I was like, okay, let me kill bunnies, and then I was like, oh,
Probably an
okay,
achievement
cool.
for that.
I love that it's like a little suction cup on the end of the bow, and it just sticks to things, which is great.
Except it's murdering these bunnies at the moment.
It's destroying these
that
bunnies.
journey reference is so good.
It's great.
Poor dude's being blown away.
I just love that it's, it's like these Astrobots are recreating PlayStation moments and recording them. This was also hectic because it's like the saddest parts of Journey, the one he's recording right now.
They're making it to like light and happy.
My God.
Okay, so you pull the cable. Whoosh.
And then it ends with, the console that it's referring to. Yeah. There's a really cool moment here. So any of these like in-game models you find, you can inspect. And it uses tension on the trigger to control the zoom. So you can fine-tune the level of zoom like in a very tangible way. I think it's such a clever use of it. But man, check how detailed it is. See those USB ports?
Little catchphrase there. It's like promised greatness, delivered more.
I know. Sony patting themselves on the back there, really.
Like, it's that Obama meme. It's just giving himself a medal.
So
PlayStation Labo. What?
Yeah.
Is this a Nintendo Labo reference?
No, so apparently Labo is a very common term in Japan. So I also thought that at first. But Callie Plaggy, who's my editor at GameSpot, she tweeted out saying it's a very common term in Japan. So, but yeah, basically any in-game models you find get populated here. So these are all the ones I found so far.
Bot charted. Okay.
Bot charted, really fun.
There's a webcam.
What I really wanted to show you here was I mentioned to you, I don't know if it was in a video or podcast, but there's a gacha machine in this game.
Yes, yeah.
And I just have to show you how cool it is.
Ready. Show me what you got here.
So the left trigger controls the resistance on the lever there. And then the right trigger, you can see the spring in the arm, how it's changing based on the tension.
Okay, so you have to actually
like
it.
push, and then you can feel that like breaking sensation almost.
PlayStation 4 Pro.
I mean, imagine you got a PS4 Pro in a gacha machine. That'd be great. So
these just random collectibles.
Yes. So there's collectibles that are specific to levels that you play, and then some that you can only find in this gacha machine, like these puzzle pieces or some in-game models, and then useless cans of orange juice or something.
You just crush that thing.
Check out how strong I am. I think I do one
Okay.
more. It's just so
No,
fun.
but I was actually going to ask what the currency gets used for, but I see now they incentivize you to keep replaying levels to get the currency to go and get collectibles.
Yes, yeah. So
Okay.
there is like you can complete this room essentially. The puzzle pieces get put on a wall, which is like a
Okay.
yeah,
Sure, that's
like
awesome.
a mural to PlayStation. But yeah, that's basically Astro's Playroom. I didn't want to show much more because this game is full of so
Spoilers.
many amazing surprises that I just hope everyone explores. And
Oh my word. Bots away.
Bots away. I think what this is
What is this?
Boto Roko, yeah. But
That's great.
yeah, that's Astro's Playroom, and I'll end it in front of the best PlayStation console ever made, the PSP.
The PSP or whatever, man.
Thank you so much for joining us. We've got podcasts linked down in the description below. Like and subscribe if you liked what you saw, and stick around for any more PlayStation 5 footage coming your way soon. Thank you,
Yeah, we've
Matthew.
got plenty. Cool. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.